Good afternoon. This is Dr. Bill White with the American Orthodontic Society, and I'm wanting to talk to you a little bit this afternoon about bifurcations. And this is an unusual video because I'm the one that's got the bifurcation problem, and I'm going to show you kind of what we did with this, and hopefully it will work to keep the tooth in there. The decay hasn't gotten into the nerve yet or anything. So let's go ahead and look at this and give you some idea. Now, a lot of people think that bifurcations are just the end. In other words, you just use them till they decay and either split or the decay gets into the nerve and they go and you have them taken out and put implants or bridges or whatever. But I seem to think that you can do something with bifurcations, and in orthodontics, in adult orthodontics, you're going to run into a lot of people. I say a lot, but if you keep your teeth long enough, you're going to have recession in the gum tissue, and the bifurcation will show up in there. And that's exactly what happened in my own case. So we'll go ahead and show this. We'll start right off. This is a mouth mirror. We didn't have any fancy camera here, but we did have one you could put in the mouth and take a picture. And we did this in a dental office here in beautiful Glen Rose, Texas, the dinosaur capital of the world. And I had a nice dentist there, Dr. Barnum, not Barnum and Bailey, but Barnum. And he cleaned this out and did this and packed. This is zinc oxide euginol that we packed in around the tooth. I mean, this opening goes in about 3.5 millimeters inside here, and it doesn't go through to the outside. So we just scraped this all out and cleaned it out, or he did, with a little spoon, and scooped the debris out of the hole, and then packed real stiff zinc oxide eugenol in it. The way you mix it, you put a little bit of this powder and a drop of liquid, and you work it in there till it's so stiff you can pack the zinc oxide eugenol kind of like amalgam. Now, we've done this for years and years on deciduous teeth and never had any problem with it. It'll stay in there for 2 or 3 years, and tooth comes out, it'll look just about like it was when you put it in there. So I elected to have him pack this zinc oxide and eugenol down in this canal. And so you take a bunch of this stuff and push it up in there and shove it in with an amalgam plug or something. Just get it as stiff and as hard as you can, and then put some more over it and smooth it down. And over a period of time, I'm expecting it to wear down in here, but to hold on and not give up. If it does, we could mix some more and put it in there. The zinc oxide eugenol is pretty kind to the tissue. I've had it in contact with tissue in cases for years, and it gives no problem there. So anyway, let's get on with this, and I'll show you what we did here. This is the 2 teeth on the left side of the mouth now, and this is the bifurcation right in here, but they don't come in, they don't go all the way through to the buccal, but they go quite a ways. Now this one right here, I'm not sure that it's not, the nerve isn't dead in it, but it doesn't bother me. It hadn't ever bothered. We got a little bitty place down here at the tip of the tooth that may be something wrong there, but if something happens, we'll have a root canal done on the tooth and go down in here and maybe open this up right through here, and we'll pack zinc oxide and eugenol down in that and see if that does, or just do a regular root canal, and then I'll fill this in from the back, from the bottom part, you see. We can go in there with a tiny thing and pack that zinc oxide eugenol, and I think it'll do the same thing on the adult's teeth that you might do on a child's tooth. You can see the bifurcation a little bit bigger down here, going through there, and in this area here also. Here are pictures that we took with a intraoral camera, just a little tiny camera. You reach in there and take a picture. This is the buccal surface, if I remember correctly, and it hasn't gone through yet, so we didn't break through. If we had have broken through here, I would smooth that out and fix it where you can take a water pick and just flush that out and take one of these little brushes and go through the area. But since it's not through, we just pack the zinc oxide and eugenol in the tooth. This was the tooth before, and here we are where we pack the zinc oxide and eugenol in the teeth like that. This is a very short video, but I think this will work. And if it does, that's great. And if it goes through both sides, we could pack it from both sides and catch it and squeeze it in there real hard. Or you can leave them wide open. But if you got a problem with decay, you could just pack this on both sides of the mouth and just leave the zinc oxide eugenol in there. I've seen people, the British used to send people out to Africa with zinc oxide and eugenol. Now this is a glare right here off of the crown. That's not the zinc oxide and eugenol. This is down here though. This is zinc oxide and eugenol, and this is kind of before we went in with that. Now, I was just sitting, let me go back here now. Here we are with a blown up x-ray, and the molar tooth right here. It looks pretty bad, you see, but it doesn't open out to the buccal. And this was the same way, it doesn't open out to the buccal. Now this may go up in here, but it's not bothering anything at all now. So I'm not doing anything with it. If it has to be, we'll come through the crown up here, clean this out, and do a root canal down here. This is probably something, we'll keep an eye on that spot right there. The bone structure in there, when you realize how long I've had these teeth, this 6-year molar came in 88 years ago. and I've been chewing on that thing for that long. And there's still good solid bone structure around the teeth. So let's, we'll get on with something a little bit more here. And the teeth are setting like that. They've got crowns on them. They chip the corners out and they're just flat. So we have to mash hard to chew something. I think that's the buccal surface right there. I'm not sure on that particular tooth. And there is nothing showing on the buccal. This is that picture. This is just a glare off of the crown right there. So there's no, that's not zinc oxide eugenol, that's gold. Now there the tooth is with the zinc oxide eugenol that's been packed in there. And we mix it so thick you can pack it like amalgam and then smooth this thing off up here. And we had a nice young lady there that worked with Dr. Barnum, and I told her, I asked her if she minded us using her picture, and she didn't. Her name is Esther, and a very gentle, fine assistant, and she smoothed them off for me. And I think I've got a picture of her here, a couple of pictures here. We clean those off, and this is the tooth looking from one side there before that's the other side. That's the lingual, and this is the buccal. And the same thing, lingual, buccal, and that's the lingual on two of them right there. Just smoothed off, and this gets hard. I am concerned about using a water pick or having your teeth cleaned. If somebody scales this, they can chip it away. If it comes out, though, it's cheap to get zinc oxide and eugenol, and you pack that in there. And I've done that on deciduous, healthy deciduous teeth, probably over 1,000 of them over my lifetime. We used to do a lot of this reduction of the deciduous teeth, and we did this root canal with it, nothing but zinc oxide and eugenol, and never had one of them blow up on me during the whole time after we did them. And we pack them right straight on top of the blood and everything, just pack it in there. Now we'll go ahead, and this is, that's me, and this is Esther, and she's cleaning this material off of the tooth, and I look like I needed to shave, doesn't it? And if you look in now in the mouth, you see the two teeth. This is where the fillings, the zinc oxide eugenol is in the deal. And I thought I'll just do a video on this. There must be a lot of adults that have bifurcation problems, and if you can fix them where you can flush them out and run a brush through there, there's no reason you can't hold on to this. I even think there's a possibility of joining the two roots. If you think splits on you, where you're something like a staple, you would go down in there and bond it in there rigid. It's all get out and put a crown on it. So you might be able to save a split tooth like that. And there's another view of it from the lingual side. You can see that she smoothed this off right in here. Now this may wear, if it wears and doesn't loosen up, and just have a little cupped area, that'll be fine. But I've had this zinc oxide eugenol in kids' mouths for 2 and 3 years, and it doesn't just resorb away. So we'll hope that it'll hold up. If it doesn't, we'll put it back again. Now, I'm not going to try to take these teeth out so you can see it down inside there. And here is this nice young lady who I think did a very good job of it, and she works in the Dr. Barnum's office here in beautiful Glen Rose, Texas. If any of you come to the U.S., come to Glen Rose. We have dinosaur tracks here, and this is known as the dinosaur capital. Just a short way from where I live here now, there's a hotel digging a foundation out over there, and they ran into this layer that had the dinosaur tracks in it, and they're in the riverbed up above town up here. I mean, huge ones up there. And when you think about these dinosaurs were here, I believe it's 26 million years ago. And if you think about 1 million has 1,000 in it, and that's 26,000 years that those tracks have been buried up there, the dinosaurs. But to get away from dinosaurs, we're working with holes in people's teeth. And I hope you get a little bit out of this lecture, and if you're an older person and want to do something with the bifurcations, I think people can look at that and do that. Now, we just took a tiny spoon, went in and just raked the surface of the, it hadn't really decayed hardly any, but just scrape it out good and dry, and then pack really stiff zinc oxide and eugenol in there, just like amalgam. So I'll say goodbye, and we'll hope to see you in some of these other videos. So thanks for watching, and I hope somebody gets something out of this. If you do, give me a call and join our group, those people subscribing to our program. So thanks again for watching, and I'm going to close out here.